Hazbin Hotel, after 4 years of development, now with big studios behind it, has finally released its full series. Well, as of the time recording the first 4 episodes, brought to you by Amazon Prime. The background here kind of looks like the wallpapers of the hotel, and those kind of look like Lucifer with the top hat and the wings. The episode begins in a very similar style to the beginning of the pilot. It explains long ago heaven existed, and their biblically accurate angels created the universe. Lucifer was one of them. Adam and Lilith existed. Lucifer tempted Lilith, Apple. They get cast out. Lilith sings the song of hell or something. And every year the angels send down an extermination to comb the population. And eventually Lulu and Lou had a kid named Charlie. And speaking about her, she was just reading all the story to herself. Also now, the key to the hotel can transform into a cat. Vaggie comforts Charlie about the extermination. Like that the bell tower is a lot more prominent in its gold now, rather than blending in with the rest of the city. Because it is important, being what tells everyone when the extermination is going to happen. Apparently Love has been gone for 7 years, and Alastor has made a commercial. Grenade Demon. The logo of the hotel is the actual logo of the show. Charlie's full name is Charlotte Morningstar. Apparently they've been in operation for 5 days, and kind of like the pilot, she tried talking with Katie Killjoy about it. It's totally not because of her daddy issues. These two guys who don't appear as much as you would think are Razzle Dazzle, who are Charlie's butlers. Haha, I named it is because Alastor changed the name from Happy Hotel to Hazbin Hotel in the pilot. No tacky circus detail, I promise, is most likely referring to the fact that Vivi does a lot of circus detail in this show. Call now. Or don't. I don't care. We still don't have a working phone. The girls aren't exactly pleased with this. Apparently Alastor hasn't been in activity for a while because at this point, shit, everyone's went missing for a while. I think this accidentally implies that the pilot's still canon, which is kind of weird. But Angel says they're going to make a new commercial, because he's famous. Famous at porn?
I really don't want to exploit you in that way.
Oh, please, baby. This body was made to be exploited.
Wait, what? Lucifer calls Charlie, and his photo is a duck with his pilot hat rather than his redesign hat. Husk is completely disinterested in all this, and I think at this point I have to mention that everyone has been recast since the pilot. It's kind of lame, but most of the pilot voices have worked with Vivi again, so I don't think there's any hard feelings. And for the most part, all the new voices are pretty good, and most of them even just sound exactly like the original. Most notably, Husk is now played by the amazing Keith David, ironically because Vivi's original headcanon for Husk voice is Rick Sanchez, and, Keith David plays the president in Rick and Morty. Angel wants to bang him. Nifty is just happy being here. Angel thinks this is dumb and weird, but at least it's cheaper than rent. Charlie gets her foot in the door, because apparently Lucifer set up a meeting with the angels, even though apparently he thinks she's a failure, but whatever. Sometimes parents do help out kids, even if they don't like what they're doing. This causes Charlie to start singing Happy Day in Hell. It's a nice upbeat song with creative visuals of going throughout the streets of hell. It kind of reminds me of Every Demon is a Rainbow from the pilot, which I'm kind of more surprised that they didn't just reprise. There's a couple small references to the V's, Imp, and speaking of, Hell of a Post is clearly a reference to Hell of a Boss. Campbelltown's been a thing since the comics, but it's our first time actually seeing it animated. It's basically Alastor Town, where everyone's like old-timey but also eat people. Lady and Tramp with intestines. This thirsty sinner is Travis, who's that guy who slept with Angel. He's a total simp. Charlie makes it to the Heaven Embassy, and there's a bunch of angels on the wall. Here she meets Adam, who, yes, is that Adam, in hologram form. He's played by Alex Brightman, who you know as Vizarali from Hell of a Boss. Charlie tries explaining the hotel, but it goes about as well as you'd think.
Know who I am? I'm fucking Adam. I'm the original Dick. All dicks descend from me.
He's eating ribs because symbolism. Along with Adam, there's Loot, who is one of the exterminators, and I think it's this one from the pilot.
Your line is, we have the cleanest rooms, okay?
Got it. I'm ready.
Action.
Angel calls her Vagina, which is a reference to the comics. Vaggie calls Alastor Bendejo, which is a reference to how her and even the creator are Salvadorian. Alastor has a living shadow, which is even funnier because Keith David played the villain in Princess and the Frog, who Alastor is a lot like. Alastor cannot be captured on footage because he has a face for radio. You can even tell that he's messing up the TV in the background. But Alastor and Vaggie make a deal, a commercial for Alastor not having to be on TV again. He makes everyone wear similar costumes to his reprise of You Have a Dream from the pilot. It's funny because Husk now just wears overalls, so he hasn't really changed that much. Charlie tries explaining that the exterminations aren't that great for her, and Adam says skill issue. Apparently the Hellborn are pardoned from the exterminations, which doesn't really make that much sense, because apparently sinners are above Hellborn in the hierarchy, but the hierarchy has never made sense in this franchise. This leads to Adam singing Hell is Forever and how morality is black and white. If you did bad once, you're going to hell, skill issue. We see the pearly gates, and they look exactly like last time we saw them in Cherub. We see some more exterminators, and I'm guessing that they are holograms, and we always appreciate this show for going through the effort of designing them all to have different horns rather than being clones. That's a fun song, performed really well. And notably, we learned that the extermination has been bumped up to only 6 months and then a year like normal. But it's not all bad, we got the commercial ready. I like the detail that Alastor is still glitching out the camera, and Nifty's still like stage fright. But breaking news interrupting it, with Katie Killjoy and Tom Trench reporting about the extermination bump. Their new voices are the only ones I actually have a problem with in the series. It's just so much better in the pilot, and Katie's now played by Brandon Roger, clearly doing his character of Bryce. The Angels have a spaceship, and the reason why they're really bumping up the extermination is because one of the exterminators have been killed. Also, angels have gold blood rather than demons who have black, or sinners who still have red. This is a good start for the show. It sets up the story and characters well. The songs are fun, the animation's pretty good. It's pretty funny. It might go by a little fast. And the new voices are a little weird at first, but overall, this is a solid start. 6.5 out of 10. Make sure to like, share, comment, and if you're new here, subscribe.